I'm deep in the forest, looking for a place to test out the little badger. Ah, this is a good spot. Hey, this is a good spot. Now I'm going to put this together.
Hi, welcome to my channel. I saw the movie The Day of the Jackal decades ago, and I might have seen it one more time, but I'm not sure. And as my memory fades, I remember bits and pieces, but there are two segments that I will never forget. One, the custom handcrafted what seems like a bunch of pipes fitted into a crutch. Two, it was sighted on a watermelon that became a smoothie. I always wanted to build one like that, but probably not allowed in Canada, since I can't build a custom to fit into a crutch. So I thought I will fit a crutch into a production. Little Badger. So I went to my local thrift shop looking for a pair of crutches, and I found one for $10 US. It comes apart really easily by drilling out about half a dozen rivets. The reason why I went to a thrift shop, because I knew they would have selection. I was looking for something specific. I took my caliper with me because I wanted this tube to have an inner diameter of 21.5 millimeter. I lucked out. This tube is a little over 22.5 millimeter. Perfect. And it has a pair of bumps on it, which I didn't expect. It was a bonus. It's perfect for the rail from AliExpress to sit on. Without those bumps, the flat bottom of the rail would start rocking and rolling. So without further ado, I'm going to show you what's inside this case. It's my version of the Day of the Jackal. Okay, I'm back. Now let's take a look what's inside the case. Ready? Voila. Okay, we have the barrel and the handguard. Slide it off like that. And then we have the, I'll bring it over, the receiver. Goes like this. Then we have the grip. Goes over here. Then you have the tubes for the stock, which goes over here. Then we got the buttstock that goes over here. Then we have the fake suppressor. It's just a bunch of copper tubes. We got some screws for the handguard. Then we got the stock adapter. Should be right here. Put the screw. And back in here I have the 1 foot rail. And finally the scope. And this is now empty. Let me put this down and reveal the scope. There's the scope. It goes over here. Okay, now I'm going to assemble it for you. And first of all, I'll tell you where they came from. This handguard is this piece right here. Okay, just to let you know. And it's been cut to match the length of the rail. This rail's from AliExpress, only cost me $4 US. And here are these two bumps that the rail sits on. Okay, and it slides right over the barrel, and it utilizes these three existing holes on each sides for the rail that they have here. So I'm just going to slide this in. I made some cuts so they slide perfectly like this. Alright, see that? Okay, so that's where that goes. And let me actually, before I do that, I should put the receiver into, connect the receiver and the barrel together. Okay, so let me do that. Okay, now actually before I actually put the handguard in, I have to put the rail on first. And this rail, I drilled these holes to match the rail's holes. And they go like this, but first I have to put a nut and a screw in the front to make sure I hold the front down. And I have the bunch of screws right here. It utilizes M3 screw and nut. So now this rail came with existing 3 slots or 3 spots for the screw, and I only need to drill 1 spot in the middle between these two. Lucky for me, these two matches this hole and this hole, so I'm really lucky that way. So I'm just gonna put this one, I'm gonna use a washer. I'm gonna put a washer first, put that in, okay, and then put the screw in, and then I'm going to put the screw right through. Okay, now I'm going to put the nut. Now it's going to be a little tricky. Okay, it's going to be a little tricky, so I'm going to have to do this off camera. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I put the screw and the nut in, put the nut on my finger, slid it down, and then tighten it, not too tight, because you're not ready to tighten everything yet. Now I can actually slide that in, okay, all the way down, and I could use more of these M3 screws for here, and one for here. Use an Allen wrench, and right at this stage you're not tightening them super tight, you're just putting all the screws in. Okay, that's one there. That's 2 there. And that's 3. As I mentioned, the hole for this, and this 3 screws were already there. I only had to drill the one in the middle. And these are, I drilled 3 more holes here for later on I can put a short rail on it. Okay, so basically this is on, but I put it on loose for now, and let's carry on. Next, I'm going to put the grip. As you know where the grip came from, it's pretty obvious. Okay, I used the existing rod that was in there. I cut it to size, and I threaded this. I believe it's an M5. So, like that. Yep, it's pretty good. Now I'm gonna use the existing nut that came with it. Put it like that. The wing nut, and I reuse the grip. Tighten really tight. There, perfect. It works very comfortable. Okay, next. Now this piece came from the bottom right here. I did have to drill on either side of that because it has to match this, and this is the M6 screw. Okay, so I needed 2 of those. This one's already on, so I'm going to put that one in. I have another one right here, so I'm just going to slide that in. Okay, okay, right here. Now that's nice and solid. Okay, tighten these 2 screws. I just loosened up the receiver just so I could screw those adapter screws in. Now that's nice and secure. All right. Next, I already marked these adapters, and number three, one goes here. Okay. It's pretty simple. It's mark number 1, so it just slides all the way down. Okay. I got mark 3, so I'm going to put this all the way in. That goes all the way in. And then these 2 tubes came from this section right here. And this plastic butt is this one in here, not the rubber. It's this plastic, not the rubber. And that plastic used to look like this. It's too long, so I cut it. So it looks like that now. I can still put the rubber on and still it wouldn't look any different. Okay, so let's carry on. And this goes up here, and this goes down here, and it just slides right in. Okay, I don't even have to, since this is just temporary, I don't even have to glue it. So there it is. Okay. And I'm going to have to tighten this up. I'm going to tighten the rails. Tighten the front. Oh, it's pretty damn secure. Okay. And then I'm going to slide the scope in. tighten it. Tighten it here. And lastly, put on the fake suppressor. Okay, and there you have my version of what the day of the Jackal sniper rifle looks like. I'm going to shoulder it. I'm going to look down the scope, and it looks great. Right distance to the scope, my eye, and the grip is very comfortable, and I could crack it open like that, and here, put it around, close it, and take my shot. Of course, since this is only temporary, it's not painted, and but this is not the way I'm going to take it to the range. For the range, I'm going to keep the handguard, and I'll paint the handguard. I'll switch the grip to a proper grip, and I'm going to make a new adapter out of aluminum. I'm going to have a proper, a different stock, an adjustable stock. So that's basically it. That's the end of my version of the sniper rifle from the movie The Day of the Jackal. Thank you very much for joining me. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you.